Special Issue Task Force. How can I help you? And joining us in the studio for our Tuesday Special Issue Task Force is Vroom Vroom F1 fan, Seyoung.
Formula One.
Seyoung, hello to you.
Hello, SJ. How are you?
Something is off today.
Why? You tired?
I can't concentrate.
Oh.
I don't know why. But it's
You are
okay.
always like that.
It is true. Sometimes my mind goes elsewhere.
Are you lack of sleep?
No, yeah,
No?
yes. I'm always lacking sleep. How about this for a message? I didn't drink. Oh, 술 한 잔 줘. Oh, give me. Oh, maybe that will help. Oh. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't been drinking as much.
Oh, why not?
Because wine is very expensive.
Yeah.
I can't be
But
drinking
you got
every
a
day.
new seller, bigger one, right?
Yeah, I did.
You 당근ed your older one. Old
I,
one to Ki, right?
Ki got one. Johan got the other one. It was great, but I got it for I sold it to her very cheap. Bruce says, "Haeyoung Arirang goat." Really?
Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
Already the goat?
goat?
Wow.
Am
Interesting.
I? Oh, if you say so.
Wow, 세영
I'll accept it.
많이 컸네.
I'll also accept it.
많이 컸네. Oh, excuse me. You have been here for a really long time now. How long has it been?
Since 2018.
2018. That's it.
2018, yes.
Really? So it's only been 7 years?
7 years. But I took a maternity
Oh,
leave
that's
for
why.
a year.
You took two
And
maternity leaves.
another one for 4 months. So
That's why.
maybe 5 to 6 years.
John says he wishes he could have been in Spain with Ashley and Joan. Who's Joan? Drinking all the wines. Joke's on you. I don't like Spanish wine. Let's go
Why
into...
not?
I just don't like Spanish wine.
Really? You like Italian?
Italian wine's good. I do French wine. I do
French
American wine. I do just about every... I don't really like Chile wine either. I don't really like Spanish wine, so joke's on you. I don't really like Spanish wine.
Actually, it's really difficult.
I am very difficult. I am. This week, Korea marked a very special milestone, the 80th anniversary of Liberation Day, right? It wasn't just about the official ceremonies. There were two major events that captured the public's attention. You have the Liberation Day Eve celebration
right.
and something called a People's Appointment Ceremony.
Right.
Let's talk about this. Walk us through.
I just learned that you missed this event,
I
so
did.
I'm going to explain
Sure.
for you. This year's Liberation Day commemoration went far beyond the usual flag raising and speeches. The government and civil society organized 2 nights of events that blended history, performance, symbolism, and even pop culture. And it was both a spectacle and a reflection of how Koreans see themselves 80 years after gaining independence. And let's start with the Eve celebration, 전야제. The most unusual thing was the location. For the first time ever, the stage was set at the front of lawn of the National Assembly, the very heart of Korean politics. And normally people see the National Assembly as a place of debate and sometimes conflict. But for one night, just one night, it transformed into an open square for citizens. And that alone was a powerful message. Democracy belongs to the people, not just the politicians inside.
Think about what happened on December 3rd, right? The democracy could have been lost when
People
there
ran
was
to the National Assembly.
And it was the lawmakers who also rushed to
Right.
the National Assembly, got the votes in time, climbing walls, climbing fences. We also had what's also incredible is there were citizens who were blocking the military.
Right.
And that small time that they were able to, that very short period that they were able to block, that was just enough for them to get the vote in.
Right.
And so you
That's
heard
right.
that from the Constitutional Court Justice, Moon Young-bae, when he said it was the people who gave them that slight time of, blocking the soldiers and things like that, that they were able to pass the impeachment
Right.
motion.
He
Sorry,
emphasized
lifting.
it.
Sorry, not the impeachment. Lifting of the martial law, right? Again, sounds very symbolic. But what about the performances themselves?
Well, the facade of the National Assembly building was turned into a giant canvas with media projections, while hundreds of drones filled the night sky with lights spelling out the event's slogan, Korea lives on, 대안이 살았다. And there were also fireworks creating a festival atmosphere. And the lineup of performers cut across generations. We had Ali, Mad Kron, We Love, 상처를 치료해줄 사람 어디 없나, and Call Me, Dynamic Duo, and more. And the night closed with Psy, who is still one of Korea's biggest global names, and interests me. Why did you laugh when I mentioned Mad Clown?
No, because Mad
yeah.
Clown is such a random rapper to be coming out. That's not Outsider.
You have to. Yeah, Outsider. Ah, yeah, that's right. You have to check out his stage.
No, I love
really,
Mad Clown.
It was really touching.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Did Mommy Zone come?
Mommy?
Mommy Zone? You don't know Mommy Zone?
I don't know about
Mommy
it.
Zone is the alternate character of Mad Clown. But anyways,
But interestingly, Sasai performed without taking any payment, saying it was his way of celebrating the nation's liberation.
do you want to do today's show without pay too?
Yeah, I would love to.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very nice. I can imagine.
Are you willing to do it without payment?
Oh, man.
All of a sudden, you have gold.
She should have played the Uno reverse card on me here. The crowd must have went wild. How did people react to the concert?
Well, thousands of people filled the lawn and surrounding streets when Psy launched into his hit songs like Champion, and after that he also performed 예술이야 and 연예인. The audience jumped together, shouted together with excitement, and it became less about a pop concert and more about shared national cheer. And for some, it felt like being part of a living story, history lesson, not just entertainment, because we all knew what we were celebrating.
Yeah.
And the organizers indeed said they wanted to highlight two things, history and people, by holding the festival at the National Assembly. They connected the memory of liberation with the idea of citizen-centered democracy. And it was meant to remind everyone that independence wasn't won by politicians who were elites, but by ordinary people who fought and sacrificed. And today, democracy continues to be a shared responsibility.
Now, the following evening, there was something called the People's Appointment Ceremony, which sounds unusual if you just hear the English translation. But what is exactly?
Well, it was quite unique. Instead of a traditional inauguration or a state ceremony, this was designed to symbolize citizens appointing the president rather than the other way around. And the idea is that sovereignty rests with the people. So in a sense, it turned the usual top-down ritual upside down. And they staged it very carefully. 80 citizen representatives chosen to reflect different walks of life came on stage, each holding an appointment certificate, and together they assembled what was called a light of appointment. And when the final certificate was placed, the stage lit up in brilliant colors, symbolizing that the people had formally empowered the President Lee Jae-myung. And this was held at the Gwanghwamun Square, which itself is a deeply symbolic place, home to the statue of Admiral Lee Sun-shin and King Sejong, and historically the center of both protest and celebrations in modern Korea. So we can say it tied together past and present.
So, you know what I'm very curious about, are you mentioned there was 80 citizen representatives. Who are some of the citizen representatives?
Well, they were chosen to represent the values Koreans hold dear today. For example, Dr. Lee Jong-guk, a trauma surgeon and military doctor, stood for the value of saving lives. And parents of quintuplets. Have you heard of them?
No.
The parents, five babies at the same time. Yeah, they represented family and community. And a couple who once stood in front of army, thanks to resist martial law, symbolized the courage that sustains democracy, like you said. And each of their stories added depth to the message. The nation is built on ordinary people who show extraordinary resilience. And in response, President Lee Jae-myung also delivered his own message. And it was short, but carefully phrased. He promised to build a nation where the people are the owners and where everyone can live happily. And he even used the word march straight ahead, a very active expression, implying that he intends to move forward boldly with the people's mandate. And symbolically, it underscored that the president receives power from citizens, not the other way around again. And it seems many people saw this year's events as more than just politics. For families attending, it felt like a festival. I saw a lot of parents brought their children there. And for young people, it was a chance to connect with history in a creative, visually stunning way. And for older generations, it was emotional to see liberation honored with such festivities. And they were just more than shows. They were reminders that liberation is not just something in the history books. It's a living story that we have to celebrate together.
I mean, 80 years, right? 80 years seems like so long ago. And you know what? The other thing with this is that I love, because if you think about what happened since December 3rd last year to where we are right now, it was all people, the people of Korea that helped protect democracy, people of Korea that helped preserve democracy, relive, bring back democracy, right? Which is why you have the snap election on June 3rd. And so it's all people, people, people. I like the idea, 80 different citizen representatives.
Right. Celebrating 80th
that's why I was
of Liberation Day.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I would have been like...
Are you okay, Astrid?
I would have liked to be...
Are you half sleeping?
No, I just wanted to be invited, but, I realized I wasn't a citizen here.
Maybe your wife or your children.
Without me.
Without you.
America. We're going to continue to talk about some of the hottest issues here in Korea, but first, let's take a listen to a song here from Oh My Girl with Remember Me, 불꽃놀이. And that was Oh My Girl with Remember Me, 불꽃놀이. And Seyoung, even after the mic was off, she was talking about how amazing the performances and the concert was. So if there's...
you have to check it out if you missed it. And we also found out something... there's something common in our daughters.
Oh, yeah.
They beat people.
Our daughters are abusive. Because at the start of the show, we're talking about, sons and daughters and stuff.
More Koreans prefer daughters these days. And that was my case, too. I really wanted to have a daughter. But she's...
my daughter, she's a handful. Let's just put it like that. She's a handful. She slaps people. She's hard. Grandma, too.
Aww.
No one's exempt from the slapping of the loha.
My daughter bites people.
Oh, that's bad. You gotta
beat people.
Oh my goodness!
Not people, just one person. Her brother. Her brother.
We have nice sons.
Yes.
That's the crazy thing with Haeyoung and I is our kids. Our names are very similar.
Maybe we named our daughters wrong. Like Loha. Very similar, right?
Aaron.
Maybe we'll have to change their names.
Oh my goodness.
Like Sun something. Sun하다.
Sunja.
Sunja. Sunyoung.
Sunja. I like that. That's a master name right there. We're going to talk about something serious here now. Korea is generally a very safe place.
Right.
Korea is not used to seeing bomb threats. That's more of a America thing. We've been seeing a string of bomb threats here in the country. Most of them turning out to be hoax, right? It's fake, luckily. But still, like it causes massive disruptions, right? Like the authorities have to come in, bomb squad has to come in, and all that stuff out there. Tell us what exactly is happening right now.
Well, the pattern has become impossible to ignore. A series of threats targeting busy public places, department stores, transit hubs, and even corporate offices. Yeah. And almost all have been false, like you said, but each one triggers evacuations, sweeps by police bomb squads, and a wave of anxiety. And let's start with the most recent one. The latest was on August 17th, this past Sunday, in Suwon. And a caller said an explosive had been placed at a fast food restaurant, and police sealed off the area, evacuated people, hundreds of them, and conducted a full search, but nothing was found. And this incident reflects the pattern of this summer, a serious mobilization, a huge scare, and thankfully no device. And just before that, early August saw high-profile scares in Seoul's Myeongdong shopping district, and one post claimed a bomb would go off at a major department store, Shinsegae. The building was cleared, thousands of customers and staff, and searched from basement to roof, and again nothing was found, but business was halted and surrounding traffic was controlled for a significant time.
I don't know about the first one that we just talked about there. I heard about the second one with the shopping, the department store, and they found who was responsible for that. Some like middle school kid or something like that, some young kid. Dumb thing, because what they found out is by evacuating thousands of people out of the department store, it caused thousands and thousands, tens and I think they were going on the lines of like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damages and other sort of stuff, right? Like sales that wasn't made and things like that.
Right.
And they were calling on, was it Shinsegae? Shinsegae.
Yes.
They were like telling Shinsegae to make sure that kid is responsible for the financial losses that they suffered here. So
it also caused traffic congestions.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's already packed over there, Myeongdong, right?
Yes.
We also have reports over in Gwangju where threats named specific department stores too. So tell us about this.
Yeah, that incident prompted simultaneously searches at multiple locations, and on the same week, threats were faxed or posted about venues like large arenas and even a game company's headquarters. And for our foreign listeners, this is similar to what North American might call swatting, where false emergency reports trigger real-world responses. And in Korea, the number is 112 for police, and responders take every such claim seriously, even when it later proves false, because the cost of missing the one real threat is unthinkable. But again, at the same time, the social cost of mobilizing a large number of personnel due to false reports are also very high. For example, department stores could suffer huge losses, and police officers might not be able to be dispatched to places where they are truly needed. So either way, it costs a lot. And authorities now treat this as a sustained wave. And over the past years, the authorities say they've tracked roughly 47 coordinated or copycat threats. Some spread online, others sent by email or fax. And one common pattern has been messages pretending to come from a foreign lawyer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yes, and it's basically a fake signature designed to confuse investigators and make the threat seem like a part of some bigger international plot. And now, whether the sender is a single copycat or a small group, the idea is the same. Use the buzz, because every widely covered evacuation ends up giving them a model for the next hoax. And there's also a psychological angle as well. These hoaxes grant the offender as instant sense of power, post a message, watch a city block empty out, and social media makes the feedback loop immediate. Photos of evacuated crowds, live streams, headlines, and that visibility can incentivize Me Too posts from impulsive users, including minors who vastly underestimate the consequences.
You have to understand, I mean, we're going to talk about the consequences, right?
Yes.
I mean, why would you think that's like an empowerment? There's other ways, guys, to feel special. Don't be. The thing is, if you're sending all those officials, right, authorities there, and then let's say somewhere else nearby, there's an actual real emergency situation.
Right.
All the personnel is being used over to the hoax, and the real emergency is not being tended to.
Right.
That's
exactly.
very dangerous. Let's talk about the possible consequences.
Well, to think of it in three layers. First, we have public safety issue. Even when it's not a real situation, even when it's a hoax, it can still cause injuries during rushed evacuations, and it disrupts medical access and emergency coverage in surrounding areas. And second, economic cost of course, with closures over time and the diversion of bomb squads, patrols, and fire units. And third, a trust issue, we can say. If false alarms become routine, there's a risk of alarm fatigue, which is the last thing you want if a real threat ever occurs. And now, how are police responding? Recently, Korea's police leadership made their position crystal clear: zero tolerance. And at a national press briefing, the acting Commissioner General stressed that every false bomb threat will be treated with the full weight of the law. And even if the sender is a teenager, as long as they are over the legal age of criminal responsibility, they will face charges.
Do it.
Yes, and the main legal tool is the public intimidation law, which was introduced after high-profile stabbing rampages in 2023, and it allows prosecutors to charge anyone who threatens mass harm, even online, with up to 5 years in prison or a significant fine. And police said that outside of a handful of overseas hoaxes traced to Japan, almost all domestic cases this month have already led to arrest.
You got to arrest them, and not to mention, I think the big thing is the younger kids, right?
Yes,
they think that they're not criminally responsible because they're outside the criminal responsibility age, right? And so they can get away with it. But you also have to understand that if there's a huge financial loss because of the hoax, who's going to be responsible for paying off all that? Well, your parents. And your parents, guess where that money is going to come from? You in the future. Your future. I mean, a kid like that doesn't even have a future
Your
anyways, right?
tuition in the future.
Where is it? Claire Hardiker down under in Australia said, I read about one delaying a K-pop concert. I remember this too.
Yes.
There was a concert. I forgot whose concert. Was it a BTS concert?
No, not BTS.
It was a big concert, and then they had a hoax.
Boy band.
It was a boy band.
Yes. Concert.
And so, like, it's one of those things, like, boy, it would be funny if everyone's about to go to this concert and they're really looking forward to it. And then if I do a bomb hoax, everybody's out and or I couldn't go to the concert. I really wanted to go to this concert. If I can't go, nobody can't go.
Oh.
Those kind of things. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I never thought about it in that way.
Oh, it's the boys.
Boys.
They really were boy group.
Yes.
Boys.
The boys.
Can't get any more boy than that. But yeah, I think the punishment needs to be more harsher. I mean, that's been one of the big criticisms of South Korea is that the punishment is not strong enough.
Right.
So that people are willing to do more and more and more, thinking they could get away with it with just a slap in the wrist, right?
So the police said zero tolerance. So
It has to
yes.
be. I mean, even if it's a zero tolerance, it's just the punishment has to be harsher is what it is. That's been like the long criticism here in Korea.
Right.
Punishment isn't harsh. Perfect song. Perfect song to describe all you fake bomb threat people. This is Red Velvet with Psycho. Psycho, Red Velvet, Psycho.
Don't you love this song?
I like a lot of Red Velvet songs.
Me too. 빨간 맛.
That's a good song.
빨간 맛.
You know what was the craziest?
What?
When Red Velvet went to North Korea,
They sang
they said
빨간 맛.
빨간 맛, and then you know what was the other
In front
song?
of Kim Jong-un.
It was Bad Boy?
Bad boy? Really?
It was Bad Boy and 빨간 맛. I was like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Brave. That is a brave group out there. 빨간 맛 means red flavor, right? Red as in communism. And then Bad
Right.
Boy, I think was it Bad? Is it Bad Boy? I think it's called Bad Boy.
Was it? The English title was Bad Boy?
No, there's another song called Bad Boy
Oh, by Red Velvet?
by Red Velvet. And I was like, wow.
That was brave.
This is a
Like you
peace
said?
concert. This is a peace concert. But yeah, that's Red Velvet got good songs. Let's dive into a topic that touches the lives of millions here in South Korea. It's always a very sensitive topic. It's always a topic that everybody loves to talk about. Housing. Seems like more and more people are living in rented homes rather than owning their own places. There are positives and negatives.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. There are some positives and negatives, but let's talk about how there is more people renting homes now.
There are positives and negatives, but you don't have to worry about it because you're a homeowner, Astrid.
So are you. In Gangnam.
But it's a growing concern here, especially in major cities like Seoul. Recent data show nearly 9.6 million households, that's 43.6% of all households nationwide, don't own a home. And the concentration is even higher in the capital region. So almost half of the country's households don't have their own places. Seoul is particularly striking. Out of the 17 provinces and metropolitan cities, it's the only one where the rate of non-homeowners exceeds 50%. And this figure has been increasing for 2 years in a row. And even more striking, the monthly renter or 월세 contracts now make up over 60%, a record high. Because 월세 was not very common here in Korea. I mean, among like the family with children, right?
It was always 전세.
Right.
It's either 전세 or you own it.
Own it.
However, before we bought our house, we had done 월세
Oh.
for apartment.
Incomes haven't kept pace. So simply put, many households cannot afford to buy a home. It's too expensive. And changing household structures is another reason. More young adults are living alone, either due to delayed marriage or career choices. And at the same time, there's an increase in single-person elderly households who often need just smaller, affordable rentals rather than owning a property. And we can't leave out policy factors as well. Rental law reforms introduced a few years ago, designed to protect tenants, have made landlords cautious about offering long-term 전세 deposits, and this has accelerated the shift from traditional long-term deposits to monthly rent contracts. And plus, I would also like to mention psychological factors. Many people are also wary these days because of past 전세 fraud cases, and the risk of losing a large deposit makes monthly renter options more appealing.
It's scary when there's so much money involved.
Yes.
a colleague of mine here at Arirang. He had been living in Jeonse for years, and he wanted to move Jeonse to a bigger place. And so it was time. He let them know, listen, we're going to get married, not married, move in June. We're going to need our Jeonse money back. And so the person goes,
But the owner didn't have money.
we have a problem, right? I was like, what's the problem? We have the money. But that house is under his son's name. Okay. But his son, something happened to him where he cannot talk, move. He can't. He's
Oh my
completely
God.
disabled. And so they need to go to the court and try to get him the legal signee and stuff, like the dad be the legal signee and stuff like that.
Going
Also,
to the court also costs money.
it costs money, but also it takes so much time.
Right.
And so that's like all these, this is stress.
Oh, no.
So people are just much rather going, we'll just do warse, which is rent, less deposit, and just pay more. But that's also a big burden too.
Yes.
But it seems like it's not just the economics, but it's also the social, legal factors influencing people's choices. How is this affecting people's daily lives?
Well, the consequences are significant. People are facing housing insecurity with higher monthly rents, reducing their ability to save. And this in turn delays or prevents home ownership even further, and which has traditionally been considered a key milestone in South Korea. And life, owning a home is not just about investment, it's culturally tied to family stability and social status, especially when you have children, right? And especially, and having your own home is often seen as a step toward family security and long-term planning. With so many relying on rentals, this also impacts family formation or lifestyle. In fact, the high cost of housing is often cited as one of the main reasons young people are avoiding marriage as well.
Yeah, no, it's just getting more expensive right now. And then it used to be that if you can't afford homes in Seoul, you just go outside of Seoul. But then everybody was doing it, and the demand goes up. What happens when demand goes up? Prices go up. And it's just getting ridiculous. And so now, like, what is it? Even like Shlim, where there's a lot of like young people who... The rent is ridiculous now. It's pretty like expensive because the demand is so high right now. So again, but what can you do, right? You can't get hundreds of thousands of dollars for jeonse. You don't have, even more money to buy a house. The only option is warse, which is the cheaper route. But the mentality that Koreans have is like with warse, it's a waste of money because that's money going out.
Right.
Right? At least when you buy a house and you pay mortgages, that mortgage is going into paying off. Eventually, that money is yours.
But many people choose to live, they want to live in Seoul or surrounding areas because their workplaces are located in Seoul.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? But look, I mean, even for me right now, I live in Anyang, great city, very close to Seoul.
Yeah.
Right?
It takes only like 30
30 minutes
by
30
car.
minutes, yeah, by car. It's not that bad. So,
Yeah.
But then people want that whole Seoul vibe, right? They want it like this Seoul. I live in Seoul kind of a thing. You don't need that. Are there any policy solutions being discussed?
Several approaches are being considered, like expanding public rental housing, especially for young people and low-income households, or strengthening housing welfare programs like subsidies for rent or security deposits, and addressing regional imbalance can be another solution because the concentration in Seoul creates inequality between the capital and other provinces. But I want to point out that this is not just a housing problem, it's also a social issue because housing inequality can affect education, employment, and even community life.
Man, I'm telling you, like the capital region housing prices and outside the capital region, it's so vast.
Yes.
My brother-in-law recently bought a house, and I congratulated him. And it's much bigger than our apartment. And you've been to my apartment; it's not that small.
It's big.
It's pretty big, right? So it's 36
Much
pyong.
bigger than mine.
But you're so coming. Yours
jealous.
cost more. Yours cost more. And he bought a 48 pyong apartment, 4 rooms. Do you know how much he paid?
I don't know. How much?
2억 6천. So that's about less than $200,000 US dollars he paid.
How was it possible?
Because he lives in Daegu.
Daegu.
The parity is so crazy. Like it's the
And
price
he works
difference.
in Daegu?
He works in Daegu.
Then that's perfect.
Exactly. I work in Seoul.
So maybe we'll have to find a job in different cities.
Which is why, the current government is trying to move a lot of the companies to other, rural areas to make it more equal, right?
Yes.
All right. This was fun stuff. Always fun having Seyoung both
Thank you.
a learning.
Goat.
What?
Arirang goat.
Oh, I thought you said vote. I was like, go vote. Go vote what?
Go vote for me.
The
I'm
survey.
news readers.
She might actually get some votes. I'm not going to lie.
Arirang goat and vote for me.
Taeyong, thank you as always. Have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll see you again next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Sending her out of the studio. Let's take a listen to a song here from